Okay, I think we're on. Let me switch us to the live chat so I can actually read what you guys are saying. If anyone even joins, I don't even know if anyone's even going to join. We might have like 1 or 2 people in here. Come on. Come on up here. What are you doing? Why did you go around that way? Come here. An idiot. He's an idiot. I don't know what he's doing, but he's a problem. What's up, Casey? How are you? Rayleigh! What's up, you guys? I figured I would do a Bean Water live. You know? I don't know. I'm trying to get my streaming schedule in a place where it's not horrible, but we'll definitely see. It's 12 a.m., so I gotta sleep, but I came in to say hello. Well, go to bed, dude. Go to bed. Good night, Casey. Good night, Casey. Would you like me to time you out so that you can go to bed? What's up, Daniel? How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. We had a really small amount of time today that was like actually sunny out, and so I went out and I filmed a couple of jokes and I came back. But we'll be back to Millennial Ellie lives tomorrow. Today is just we're doing a Bean Water live today. We're gonna be on for about an hour, and then tomorrow and then tonight after my hour-long Bean Water stream, we'll be streaming more on Twitch. But I'll be streaming some Stardew Valley over there because I want to play Stardew Valley instead of Fortnite. Even though I know you guys all want me to play Fortnite. I want to play Stardew Valley because I'm tired and grumpy. So we're doing that instead. What's up, Kate? Welcome, Kate. Hi, Corinne. Dang, it's all of them. All of them. All at once. Not that many. Good night, Annie Perkins. Send Kate my love. She's right here, so, you know. You can tell her yourself. Annie, I tested at a 5th grade level today, and normally I test above 11th. I sobbed hysterically, but I think it's because of the moving. Has me wanting to die. Yeah, that would definitely do it, Rayleigh. That is a huge factor. I moved once in the middle of the school year, and my grades went from being straight A's to being D's and F's. And it was the weirdest thing ever. I went from being like honor roll student to being like really, really behind. Just because I like moved in the middle of the school year. I can't imagine the kids that have to like do that all the time. Like, I know that lots of foster kids will have to do that all the time, and lots of people who live in like, you know, with military families will have to do that all the time. And I couldn't even do it once in the middle of the school year. Can't even imagine. So, that's rough. That's rough, dude. That's rough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get a whole lot of people in here today because it is like 4 o'clock my time, which is a weird time to be streaming, and it means that it's like dinner time over on the East Coast, and then it's also like super fucking late at night over in the UK. So I think right now is probably one of the worst times to be streaming, but I think it'll be nice because we'll have a quiet stream. The cool child says, giant spider behind you. Shit, where, dude? Where? Oh, you got me. Is that what you wanted? I don't know what you want. I think it's just Jack Black. Don't worry about him. It's just Jack Black. Corinne says 7 p.m. for me. Have you guys had dinner yet? I know that it gets so freaking dark. It's already dark out right now. It's 4 o'clock where I am, and it's dark. Like, I mean, it's not completely dark, but it's really close to being dark. Are you Millennial Ellieing tomorrow? I am. I'll be back to Millennial Ellie tomorrow. We'll do some gameplay Twitch streams later too. So yeah. Until I find a job, we're gonna just be streaming. So it is what it is. What's up, Smart Slaw? Worst time for European-based fart army? Fart army? What do you mean? What instrument you play? I play electric bass. That's pretty sick. I've always wanted to play bass, but I've never gotten to do it. I'm really terrible at anything in the bass clef, so I always just stick to my treble clef, stuff. But I started out on the saxophone, and then I moved to like stringed instruments like ukulele and guitar. I did drums for a little while. Yeah. So. Hi, Brooke. Brooke and Austin. Hi, Austin. And we got Max in the chat. What's up, you guys? Oh God, and Edie McGee. Edie McGee says, "When are we going on our second date?" I don't know. I don't know if the first one went very well, considering we were playing Fortnite together. So that the joke is that under Trump's America, I'm gonna have to have a master that's a man, and so I think that master is gonna have to be Edie McGee. Is what it is. So he's my master. So I'm trying to hit it off with him as best as I can, even though I'm a lesbian. I don't know. Is Kate still in the chat? Kate, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can only play ass. I fart a lot. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. Dobby has no master. Dobby is a free elf. Yeah, well, Dobby got it good, man. Dobby didn't have to deal with Trump's America, okay? Listen, I don't really know what to expect, okay? It might be fine. Everything might be fine. It probably will be fine, but you never know. Dr. Deegans says, "Do you cry at night?" I do. All night. Every night, honestly. I mean, worst time for your European subscribers. I just invented the world fart army. What? Huh. Yeah, it is. It's like the worst time for anybody to be streaming right now. Because it's 4 o'clock my time, which is like a really odd time and no one watches live streams. And then it means that it's like 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock over on like the East Coast. And it's just like a bad time to be streaming in general. But, I figured I needed to at some point today. And so we're doing a Beanwater live right now. And then we'll be doing a Twitch stream later. So if you guys have Twitch and want to follow me over on Twitch, you guys can follow me as we keep this party going over there in an hour. Probably a little more than an hour because I'll need a little bit of time to set up over there. But, it's okay. Hi, Amy. Amy. Dr. Deegan says East Coast here. Hi, East Coast. How are you? I'm on the West Coast, so I'm over in Oregon. Amy says, "Won't stay since I got a busy day tomorrow." That's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to stay. None of you guys need to stay. I appreciate you guys popping in, though. Like I said, we're gonna have a really, really slow live today, so it's gonna be like as you can see, we got 16 people in the chat, and that's it. So I think it'll be pretty easy. Pretty easy, I'm hoping. Kate says, "I had a student today throw up in his lap while I was working with him." That's nice. I'm so sorry. That's disgusting. Ugh. I hope that it was easy to clean up. Was that in your room or what? Great. Max wants to add me on Fortnite. Yes, you guys can all add me on Fortnite if you want to. Just don't be surprised when I can't figure out who's who, because I have so many people that are adding me recently that I can't keep them all together. So I'm doing my best. But if you want to add me on Fortnite, you can. My username is just dinosaur fart. The I is a 1 and the O is a 0. Here, let me type it out for you, because it's dinosaur and fart are both capitalized. So let me see. There you go. I'll pin it too so you guys can see it. There. That's my Fortnite user. If you guys want to, play at some point. You guys all have to remember, though, I'm so brand new at Fortnite. Like, I think I got 1 kill in my first game I ever played, and then I got 0 kills in my second. So, I'm serious, it's bad. It's really bad. I'm really bad at it. And then people are all over here like, "Well, I wasn't even this bad at Fortnite when I first started." And I'm like, "Yeah, did you grow up in a cult that told you that video games were the devil?" And then they're always like, "No." And I'm like, "Then there you go. There you go." Casey says, "I absolutely demolished you in Fortnite." I don't remember that happening. You might have to go back and rewatch that video. Corinne says, "I would add you, but I don't have Fortnite." That's because you're sane, Corinne. That's because you're sane. I respect you. Did you grow up in a cult? I did. It's just probably not the same kind of cult that you're thinking of, where like everyone is made to dress, in long dresses and lives on a commune. It was similar to that, but without the commune part. And you know, you could wear whatever you wanted. You would just be looked at with terrible intentions. So, but yeah, I grew up fundamentalist Christian. And my like my homeschool curriculum that I was in until I almost hit middle school was very, very damaging. We were, instead of learning like math and science and stuff like that, we were learning how to not trap your brothers in Christ by wearing slutty clothes. So that's cool. You know, like we had papers where it would show us like what a woman was wearing, and then it would be like, circle the trap on her outfit, circle the part that would make her brother in Christ fall. You know, it's classic like blame the woman shit. And it's like, you're not allowed to teach if you're a woman. You're only allowed to lead you know, Bible studies if there are other women in them. And you're not allowed to like lead the man. The man is, you know, like we had like the umbrella of authority. You had like God and Jesus and, you know, the Holy Ghost and everything. And then the one underneath that is the husband, and then the one underneath that is the wife, and then the one underneath that are like the kids, and like pets. So yeah, it's great. It's super cool. Very damaging stuff. It's great. And anyone who tells me that it's not a cult is incorrect. Just objectively wrong. You're just objectively wrong. There was absolutely behavior control. There was absolutely information control. There was absolutely thought control. And there was absolutely emotion control. That means that it's a cult. Can you do a backflip? I can. As long as I'm on a trampoline, I can do a backflip. I used to be able to do a backflip, like a standing back tuck, but I am old now because I'm 26. I used to be a gymnast. So when people tell me to do a backflip, I actually go, I actually can do a backflip. It's just not that great anymore. So, whatever. It's okay. Nirvana or Pearl Jam. I'm not going to lie to you, Kanta. I hate Pearl Jam. Nirvana wins. Nirvana always wins, but only by a little bit. And that's only because I respect the shit out of Kurt Cobain in a lot of aspects. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Please report on Spite's treat level. Yes. Yeah, Steven actually got some kills in Fortnite, but I didn't get any kills. I am confused, and I suck at like ranged weapon games anyway. I'm way better at like close combat stuff. And I just can't do the whole Fortnite thing, you guys. I'm really bad at it. I don't think I'm ever gonna get good at it. I've never been able to like play anything with like range. Like every time I play a game where you have the option to do like ranged weapons, or you have the option to use like close combat weapons, I never pick the ranged weapons because I'm terrible at it. I just don't. I just hate it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Not even when there's like assist, when there's like aim assist or anything. Like I just cannot do it. I don't know. So, who knows? But whatever. And the first couple of times I moved schools, I didn't speak English yet, so it was ass. Wait, what language did you speak? You speak 2 languages? Max, what? You are the worst treat level reporter in history. I just said yes. You look like that pregnant girl from Juno. You mean Juno? Y'all mean Juno? You mean Juno? Nah, my ears are too big to be Juno. Steven, you smell like Bill's bunker, buddy. Yeah, Steven smells the same as Spite does. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his dumb little face. You can't tell me that he has thoughts behind those eyes. You can't. He doesn't. There's no thoughts. You're not a single thought. Smart Sloth, you'll be happy to know that he had some lamb lung today. I did give him some freeze-dried lamb lung. So he's a happy camper. Or else. And you know what? He also, when I left to go do some of my jokes and stuff, I came back and he had gotten into the trash. So he got treats in the trash too. If you love me right, then who knows? I might let you make me Juno. It sounds like the Sabrina Carpenter. Is that the Sabrina Carpenter? I hate it. I hate it. Did you guys see that Sabrina Carpenter is getting canceled again? Not again, but what is wrong with you guys? Like, why do you feel the need to, not you guys necessarily, but why is it that everybody in the whole universe seems to think that everybody needs to fucking just cancel everybody for everything? Like, why do people need to cancel people for everything? I'm just very confused. Let people fucking be. Why is she being canceled anyways? Why is it everyone getting canceled for everything all the time? What the hell? Edie McGee says, I got canceled for finding true love. You're about to get canceled again. Annie, it's annoying because now I'm actually forgetting my first language because I speak English only unless it's with my family. Well, what do you speak? What do you speak? Casey says Sabrina Carpenter is a hot woman. She is a woman. Annie, your dog is canceled for farting too much. Well, then you're going to have to cancel me too. Because I've had lots of farts. French? Ah! Mossy, have you always lived in Canada? Did you live in like a part of Canada where you had to like, where they spoke French all the time? I've never been to Canada besides once by accident, so you're canceled for microwaving tea. Radiation, bitch. Cancel culture is the lack of acceptance, very general problem in today's societies. Yeah, so that's the thing that I always talk about, Smart Sloth, is like the millennials let everybody get away with everything. Like, I remember growing up and watching like Shane Dawson and Onision, and they would do blackface and stuff. And I remember like laughing at it, thinking it was funny because it was like an ironic way to do it, you know? And then like he would always have someone next to him that would be like, you know, a black person, but in whiteface, you know, and so it was like, okay, or whatever. And I remember thinking that it was really funny and everything, and watching his content thinking it was funny. Now looking back at it, I'm like, you can't do that shit. Like, you can't do that shit. We let everybody get away with everything. And then Gen Z just cancels everybody for everything. And I'm like, okay, that's a problem too. So you got the millennials that let everyone get away with everything and do like the gentle parenting approach that ruins everybody. And then you have the Gen Zers who are just so angry about everything that they cancel. And you can't even get out how you feel because you just get canceled before you even are like, because of anything, everything. It's fucking nuts to me. It's nuts. Why can't we find like a happy medium where we can like meet in the middle, where it's like, hey, maybe we should be canceling the people who deserve it, but that's about it, you know? Like, I feel like the only way to get clout is if you're like trying to cancel somebody now. It's super weird. I don't know, maybe that's just like what's popping up on my stuff, but like, damn, dude, like for real, what the hell? I hate gentle parenting. It's so, it never works. I mean, yeah, I think that there's one, so I grew up getting beaten, you know? I was like beaten with like switches and like I was like abused, like actually abused. Not just because of spankings. I wasn't being like spanked. I was being beaten. That's a problem. But then to flip it on the other side where it's like, oh, well, I'm just not going to discipline my kids at all. It's like, well, you got to find a happy medium, you know? You got to find that center part where you know, it works. I get not hitting your kids, but some stern talks never hurt anyone. Exactly, Poopy Pie, exactly. My girlfriend works with kids too. She works with like young kids, and she says sometimes it's like a nightmare to try to get a hold of parents and actually have them like do something, you know? Annie yapping, nobody asked. I'm gonna demod you, Steven. I will. That's pretty based. Whatever, man, whatever. I know I always say that I'm going to be drinking bean water, but then it turns into tea. So, these live streams get very deep very fast. Yes, well, I'm a very deep person. That's what she said. Franz says, it's over, bro. Buy guns, reinforce your doors and windows, and stock up. Christy fascists are coming to get you, so don't worry about parenting. We need to get ready. I actually kind of agree with that to a degree. I actually do. I think that minorities should start arming themselves, genuinely. Anyone who's a minority. And you don't have to be like, women should start arming themselves. Minorities should start arming themselves. I'm just saying, man, if everyone else is going to be utilizing their Second Amendment right, you should too. Obviously in the United States. A lot of you guys aren't from the US, so the people from the US just disregard this message. But anyone in the US right now, yeah, definitely make yourself comfortable around guns if you aren't already, and just do your best, do your best. It's always good to be prepared for the worst and hoping for the best. That's all I gotta say. There are definitely things that are so fucked up about they deserve getting canceled, but nowadays people are getting canceled for having different opinions. Exactly. And everybody has like a different like line, and one person can be like, that crossed the line, and then everybody cancels people. It's fucking crazy. And then they go and they start doxing people. Like, I've had people disagree with me on stuff and try to like dox me over it. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, crazy. Ridiculous. Yes, Poopy Pie makes good points. If you do own a gun, please cite it. Clean it, practice. Yes, go out, practice, and do it properly. Like, do gun safety. Gun safety is really huge. That's something that I wish that was pushed a little bit more in the United States. I know that in the US, everyone is like, just arm yourselves. But gun safety is also really, really huge, so you should definitely do it. Practice your shooting skills on Fortnite first, guys. Accuracy is everything. Casey, Fortnite can suck my ass. Genuinely. If it came down to it, there would be no more Fortnite. If we got an apocalypse tomorrow, Fortnite wouldn't be around, but you know what would be? Your guns. That's what I gotta say. I think a lot of people just aren't comfortable around guns because of how scary they are, and that's pretty fair, especially in the world that we live in. But I think it is definitely important, especially in this day and age. If you are a minority and you are at risk of getting hurt just by walking around or just existing, you should definitely try to get yourself on the same level as the people who are against you. And oftentimes that means guns. Like, I wish we lived in a world where guns didn't exist. I really did. I really do. It would be nice, but that's not the world we live in. We live in a world that guns are huge, and they're not going away. No one is taking away our Second Amendment right, no matter how much we try. So it's just fucking. Let me tell you, if minorities start arming themselves, then we'll get gun control, because then people in office will be like, wait. We don't want the minorities to be arming themselves. We just want the cis white men to. And then they'll be like, well, let's enforce gun control. So, worst case scenario, we end up with gun control. Best case scenario, we're at the same level as the guys who are against us. Eric is correct. I am not wrong. I am right about everything. I am 26 and also know more than anyone else in the world. I am wise beyond my years, and I know everything. It's not true, but this is just how I see it, though. I remember when the White Hoods marched in my town last time things were like this politically. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Get yourself on the same level as the people who hate you. Because the last thing somebody wants to do, is the last thing you want to do is shoot somebody. But if it comes down to it, wouldn't you rather be prepared? They'll stop fucking with you if you whip out a Glock, they'll stop fucking with you. That's all I gotta say. And I'm not talking Fortnite. Casey says, I don't get why gun control isn't a thing there. In the UK, we have to have a license to own a firearm. Well, I don't think you understand, Casey. You do need licenses to own... Oh, wait, no. You don't need a license to own a gun. But you need a license to, fish. So you do need licenses. Just not for, the thing that's gonna... literally designed to kill people. But, so, yeah, fish have more rights than... kids in school. But we don't need to go into that. Because, Second Amendment, woo! And America. Listen, man, I'm a leftist, so, it's really funny. I'll be talking about this stuff, and people will tell me that I'm an unhinged right winger, and then I'm like, oh, sweetie, I'm so far left that I went past liberal and went all the way back around. I'm like, I just want to be on the same level, Yeah, you need a license for concealed carry, but that's it. And even if you do concealed carry, lots of times, depending on where you are, the cops won't care. Because that's not what they're after. They're after black people. Let's be real here. Sorry, I'm just trying to rage bait people. I'm waiting for someone in the comments to be a dick. That's honestly why I'm saying half of the things I'm saying. Valente, what's up, bro? What's up? We're just yapping. I'm gonna be on for another half an hour, and then we should be streaming over on Twitch. Yeah, did you know that you need a license for your dog too? Like you have to actually like license your animal as well. So I can get a dog and like a cat, but I have to like license it, But you don't need a license to carry a firearm around in like a holster. It is interesting when you think about it that way, Like in California, I'm pretty sure ferrets are just illegal. You just like can't have a ferret. I just think America is silly. It's just silly. It's just funny. It's funny because we care more about like drag queens reading to kids and like just drag queens in general and like trans people, and then we don't care at all about like the actual things that are killing kids, like bad food and guns. Like. It's definitely interesting. Steven, you can barely shoot in Fortnite. How can you shoot a real gun? Casey, think about what you just said. Because Girl Scouts is too liberal to be allowed to meet at the church. Wait, what? Girl Scouts isn't real. Yeah, America is a joke. No, it's perfect. It's perfect in every way. We're America. We're the best. Show your stomach. Hey, Zenitsu. Go figure out a different fucking life, dude. Jesus Christ. Yeah, nobody wants you here. Everybody flip off Zenitsu. Everyone use the flip off emoji. I want to see the flip off emoji. That one is directed at Zenitsu. Which... Come on, you guys. Come on. What's up, Silt? How are you? Dude the Simp says, hello, I'm new to this channel, but my sister Silt has told me a lot about you, and I think you're super cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Silt is pretty cool, too. We're just destroying Zenitsu. Zenitsu is just some random chatter that came in and just dropped the bomb that said something like, show your stomach. Which is, so we just tear people apart in the chat that say that kind of stuff. Right now we're kind of on like a heated topic right now because we're talking about guns and how in the United States you need like a license to have a dog and you need like a license to have like to go fishing and stuff. But you don't really need any kind of licensing to like have a gun or anything. And I'm a gun owner, and I also am a huge advocate for using your Second Amendment right if you have it. I just think it's interesting that you need a license in order to fish, but you don't need a license to carry around a giant fucking gun that can it's literally designed to murder people, but okay. It's just interesting. Am I a Therian? No, I'm not. But I don't have any problems with Therians. I think they're great, and they're not hurting anybody. And if you got a problem with them just because they're doing what they want to do, then you can leave. I'm not here to talk shit about furries. It's cringe to me, but I'm also sitting here going, you know what? We embrace the cringe here, or we die cringe. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not really my thing, you know? You wanna know what else I think is cringe? Football. Oh, I joined jazz band finally, and they're trying to convince me to play alto sax. You should. You should play alto sax. If because I think you were the one that was gonna play clarinet in the jazz band, right? They might not have good parts because it is like a jazz band for your school. If it's a jazz band for your school, they probably don't have any good parts for a jazz clarinet. So it makes sense that they would want to it would make sense that they would want you to switch over to alto sax. And then you learn a second instrument, which would be pretty sick. So that's cool. Why is football cringe? Football is cringe because it's a bunch of dudes that are all wearing little capris and running around after a ball that's not even the shape of a ball. So I just feel like it's cringe, and I feel like I almost died at a football game once too because I fell over and people were just stepping on me and nobody cared to like pick the child up. They just cared to step on me, and if it hadn't been for one of my buddies picking me up, I very well could have died. So maybe I'm a little biased, but I don't think that football fans give a fuck about anybody but themselves half the time. And when there's the middle of the game and they're freaking the hell out over, somebody just running, I think you need to check yourself and figure it the fuck out. So like, but again, I can't sit here and talk bad about them even though I just did, because I have to sit here and say, embrace the cringe or die cringe. If football is something that gives you joy, then by all means, go enjoy some fucking football. I'm serious. If that's what brings you joy, go and enjoy it. The only reason why I ever cared about football is because I liked the marching band. But, What's up, Lola? Are you into any other sport? I used to really be interested in gymnastics because I was a gymnast. But I haven't been following it recently, especially not after all of the allegations came out against what is his fucking name? Larry Nassar, I think. That was a lot for me to unpack, especially as a former gymnast and dealing with some similar things, just on a much lesser scale, and kind of coming to the realization that what it was a form of grooming, It was just weird, kind of coming back to the reality, I guess, of it. So, I haven't really been a big part in like gymnastics recently. But, Larry Nassar can go to fucking hell, honestly. He's actually a piece of shit. My mom's guitar is trying to die. Should I just let it die? Well, what do you mean, let it die? What do you mean? Didn't you break a girl's toe at a high school football game, or am I imagining you telling us that? No, I didn't break a girl's toe at a football game. I don't even know if I'm the one that broke her toe. I just think that it was interesting timing that she left school with a broken toe after I got in a fight with her. It was a really, really small fight, though. I wouldn't even really call it a fight because she didn't ever hurt me at all. I just knocked her on the ground and then fell on top of her, and on purpose, and then convinced everyone that it was an accident because she was treating my friends like shit. So don't get into fights, you guys. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not good. Her name was Annie too, which I think was kind of funny. But I found out that she had a broken toe, and then she also moved schools after that happened. And I know, looking back, that it was probably not my fault that she did that. And it was probably because she was going through a bunch of other shit in her life, which is also probably why she was trash talking and being a little shit to begin with. Because people don't just do that, People aren't just like rude to other people just to be rude to other people. Like, usually it's because they've gone through something that's made them cynical or angry. So, what's the worst injury I've ever gotten? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know, to be honest. It's a really good question. I haven't really been like severely injured a whole lot. I've gotten like sick before, but I don't know. Like, I've never had a broken bone. I've never had like a cavity. Knock on wood. I don't know. I just haven't really needed a whole lot of like medical care. I think at one point I had trigger thumb. I had to get surgery for my trigger thumb, but that wasn't an injury. Although I will say my biggest injury is probably one that I received in gymnastics, which nobody could really figure out what exactly it was. But I had to go to like physical therapy for that one and stuff, and my back has never been the same. And I actually had to quit gymnastics because of it and stuff. But I think that's probably the worst one. I hit the vault wrong, and it was wrong. Okay, but like, what if they're homophobic assholes and say slurs to me and shit? Can I engage in punching them? No, you can't, because you will end up being the one in trouble. I promise. They have a right to freedom of speech, and they can say whatever they want to you, and you have to be okay with that. But you can also say whatever the fuck you want back to them, and I really hope Kate isn't watching this. If you can get them to make the first swing by using your own freedom of speech, then at that point, you are completely justified in any kind of physical violence. She's still here, guys. Shit. I mean, guys, no, don't do that. That's bad. That's not good. That's bad. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, but in all honesty, you guys, I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to like school and like getting into fights when you're in school, it doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter who finished it. It doesn't matter who's in it. Every single person who was involved in that fight is going to be in trouble. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you were justified or not. You will also get in trouble, even if they started it and started punching you, and you turned around and decked them in the head. You will get in trouble as well. That's just the way that it works. It sucks. It's stupid. Yeah, exactly. Self-defense is valid, but any fight is a bad fight. There's never a winner. Exactly. Poopy Pie is right. I hate to say it, but Poopy Pie is right. No, Art of War says you will always lose a fight if they strikes first. I don't know. I read that book a really long time ago when I was about 20, thought it was a bunch of bullshit, and then moved on with my life. I should read it again now that I'm like a little more solidified in my political beliefs, though. All I'm saying is, I know that the reason why I'm saying it in the way that I'm saying it is because I know most of you guys that are watching this right now are in school. And if you get into a fight when you are in school, I promise you, you will get in trouble. It doesn't matter who swings first. It doesn't matter who's justified or if you were totally justified. It doesn't matter if they were doing the worst thing they could possibly do to you and you just fought back. You will still get in trouble. I hate it. It's terrible. It's stupid, but that's the way it works. And you can blame the lack of funding to the schools for that one. They don't have the time to deal with it. So, Corinne says, I do online school, so I can't get into fights. All right, Corinne, then you're fine. Then you're good. My Spanish homework is going to be the death of me. Todo duele y estoy muriendo. Dad, my worst injury was either my broken ribs or my eye. Yeah, what happened to your eye? Because I know that you said that you had something happen to your eye, but I don't remember. And the lack of cooperation with school admins to enforce discipline. Well, yeah, Poopy Pie, that comes right back down to funding, though. Like they have to do everything. The people that work at your guys' schools have to do literally everything. Like, my girlfriend works in the school. She has a master's degree in speech pathology. Her specialty is teaching kids where their mouth is supposed to be in order to make certain sounds so that they can speak correctly. And they had her on breakfast duty for like a year or two because they didn't have the staffing to have anybody else. And she's got a master's degree. Like, it's everyone there is just babysitting. It's fucking ridiculous. They need better funding, but we'll never give them better funding when we could just have not only the best military in the world, but the best military by a crazy, ridiculous amount, and just spend a ridiculous amount on the military that we don't need to be doing at all. We spend way too much on the military, and we spend way too much on our prison systems, and instead of like actually like funneling that money into people who could do well, they funnel it into people who have done poorly, and they punish them for it. Instead of stopping it and nipping it in the bud before it becomes a problem, they just wait until it's a problem and then they deal with it. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why nobody gives a fuck about kids in this country, or the UK, or Australia, or, you know, anywhere. Nobody gives a fuck about kids, and I don't understand. I don't understand it. I feel like that should be where all of our funding is going. You know, those are the ones that... You guys are going to be the people that are going to wipe our asses when we can't do it ourselves anymore. I don't understand why we're treating you guys like shit, but whatever. Go off, I guess. Go off, girly pop. It's Trump's America, bitch. We spend a shitload on reverse engineering alien stuff. Yes, exactly, dude. For real. And why? 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 Lola, help with your French test. It's my first language. Oh, Lola, I'll help you with your French test. It's my first language. Yeah, but you just said you could barely speak French anymore. What the hell? What the hell? So funny how you switch from full Texas weapon Annie to socio-critical Annie, left Annie in 10 minutes. That's what I'm saying, guys. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I'm a leftist. People will hear that I'm a leftist and they'll think I'm a liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm a leftist. I want to be able to have gay marriage, and I want to be able to protect my marijuana plants with my guns. I don't understand how difficult that is to understand. And, you know, I am registered to vote, and it's a pain in the ass because I have to either pick Democrat or Republican. It sucks. What is your forever favorite video game if you have one? I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really play a whole lot of video games. I'm pretty new to the whole video game world, and now I'm streaming video games on Twitch. But we're about to stream Stardew Valley here in about 15 minutes. Well, 15 minutes is when I end this stream, and then I'll get everything set up so that we can play. I want to be president. All the cis white men will get what they deserve. Yeah, well, that's why you're not going to become president, bro. Because you can't just lump people into a group like that, even if they are cis and white. Like, I get it. We all hate cis white men, but not all of them are bad. And I hate to be that guy, but really, not all of them are bad. And if you end up going on a genocide against cis white men, that's still a genocide. It's still a genocide. There's anyone from Amy Helm, albums called Silver City, Money on 7, 91.9 KRD. Oh yeah, I forgot somebody shot you in the eye with a BB gun. That is like a Carl moment. I remember that too. I remember that. I'll give you prison funding, but military is important. Otherwise, we will just give into the next country will the best military into the next country with the best military. All right, I get it, but also, do you see how much we're spending on the military? Go take a look at it. We not only have the best military in the world, but like we have the best military by far in the world. We could still have the best military in the world and also fund our schools, but we just choose not to because we have a bunch of idiot and old men in office who like their guns and like their tanks, even though we haven't fought a tank war since forever. So there's a lot of wasted spending that could go into, I don't know, helping the veterans, you know, find housing that we just don't give a fuck about, or helping people get into college, you know, so they don't have to be violent in order to make ends meet. You know, there are so many better things that we could be spending our money on than just the military. And I'm not saying we don't need the military at all. Obviously, we need a fucking military. But like, bro, look at how much we're spending. It's insane the amount we're spending. And then don't even get me started on the tax brackets for the rich. Don't even get me started. You also lie to the people in the military. Exactly. They lie. They say, we'll give you free schooling, and then they just don't give you free schooling. Half the time. Sometimes they do, but half the time, they don't. It's so awful. It's so awful. All right, you guys. 10 more minutes and then I'm done. 10 more minutes and then I'm gone. Look at this little dude. Look at this dude. This little dude. This little dude got into the trash today. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, my brother was in military school for a little while. And he said that he didn't learn anything in military school besides how to take bets and spar on other people who were taking bets, or with other people who were taking bets. Like spar with somebody, have everyone take bets, and then collect the money. That's what he learned. He learned how to spar, how to fight people for money, which is so important. That sarcasm, if you couldn't already figure that out. Do you think socializing will ever return to the way it was pre-COVID? Like the music touring industry and such. Nope, I don't. I don't. I want to watch your Stardew Valley live, but I need to exercise because I haven't for like 2 days. Exercise! You'll have some time too to exercise. Like after I end this live, I'll be off probably about 30 minutes or so before I start the next one. So you got like 30 minutes of time in there. And I'm going to be ending the live in about 10 minutes. And then a half an hour after that is when I'm going to be live over on Twitch. And I don't really know how long I'm going to be live over there for. It'll probably be a while, but we'll see. Because I plan on, gaming, and I like doing my Stardew Valley, and I've really wanted to play Stardew Valley really bad because it's calming to me and it's nice, and I've had kind of a rough couple of days. So Stardew Valley is nice to just kind of relax with, School of Rock poster? Yeah, this is Jack Black. I love him. He's great. I love my School of Rock poster. It also brings people into the live, which is kind of fun. I've got that one. I've got a Flash Gordon poster, and I've got like my Rocky Horror Picture Show poster. Got like a whole bunch. It's very fun. I love my room, but it's definitely like a bachelor pad room for sure. But I'll take it because, I like my room. It's nice. I should take down some of the posters and put up some new ones because they've been up for years, but I hate this song. Eric, you're a farmer in real life? I've always wanted to have like a self-sustaining like little tiny farm. Not like a real farm, but like something that is like self-sustaining. I've always wanted to live out of either like a tiny house or like some sort of like very small little cabin or something and have like a large piece of land. And then I want to have like chickens and like, I don't know, maybe some like sheep or goats or something, and like, spend a bunch of time with like solar panels and stuff. That way you have access to other kinds of, electricity and everything. And I don't know, getting my water from the rain, not all of it necessarily, but a lot of it, it'd be kind of nice. I would really enjoy it. I house sit for a guy who has chickens, and a lot of his stuff is like gardening, and some of his stuff is self-sustaining. And I love the way he's got it all. And I'm just like, I would love to do this because it would just be so nice. It would make me feel better about where I was at, but I can't do it. So here I am, stuck where I'm at. And that's okay. Someday, hopefully, but I don't really know. It'd be nice. I have all these like self-sustaining, books and everything, and I've looked through them and been like, oh, I'd totally do that if I had like the time and land for it, There's like stuff on like how to make ponds and stuff, and I think it would be so cool to be able to like make a pond type of thing in my backyard. But I also know that for the first couple of years of like, when you have like a brand new pond, a lot of times mosquitoes get really, really bad until you get frogs and stuff. So, eventually frogs will show up, but that's usually way more doable when you're not in the middle of the city. And I can't have that in a rental. I rent my place, so it's not going to happen. Annie wants that Ellie and Dina farmhouse life. Yeah, you know it, Casey. You know it. Also, I like your new profile picture. Hi, Zara. How are you? I haven't watched Stardew Valley, but I've heard of it and it sounds cool. I'll go watch your stream after this one. Hell yeah, bro. You'll have to give a sub you'll have to give a follow and stuff too when you head over there. We have a fun time. Sometimes we play Fortnite and stuff. I've played Fortnite twice. I'm very scared. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stress. I don't really play video games at all, and the ones that I do end up playing tend to be like, games that aren't combat related at all. So I hate it. And if it is combat related, then it's definitely not ranged weapons. So Fortnite is everything that I despise in a video game. I really, really hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. 2 times I've played Fortnite, I've hated everything about it. Everything. But I do it for you. So, what's up, JT? What's up, BMXer? Something smells like old farts. It's him. He smells like old farts. It's true. Don't worry, he likes it. He likes it. Plan A, finish school, be a paramedic, get the fuck out of the UK, be happy, get a girlfriend. Plan B, die. Plan C, make films for a living, go off the grid, actually be happy, get a girlfriend. Yep. I've been there. Yep. Those were my goals too, and I'm 26 and I can't seem to do any of them. Not a single one. Not A, B, or C. So that's cool. What's your favorite band? I don't know what my favorite band is. People ask me that all the time. I don't really have a good answer because I listen to like all different kinds of music for real. Besides like a couple of different genres, I guess. I don't really listen to a whole lot of like rap. And I don't listen to a whole lot of like new country. I don't know. But I listen to a lot of stuff. Today? My favorite band today. My favorite band today would probably be one of the local bands around my area. They're called Verbatim. And I think you spell their name with an 8 in the middle of it because they go verbatim, So, but they call themselves Verbatim, and I've been kind of jamming out to some of their music recently. And I've been learning one of their songs on the guitar and stuff, and it's been fun. But I'll probably never play it because no one will know what I'm playing. Nobody cares. When I play a song that like nobody knows, nobody actually wants to hear it. And they end up leaving, and I end up with like 2 people in the live left or whatever. Just saying. Just saying. But, John Bellion, I'll have to look him up. Let's find out. John. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, what we're listening to right now is a radio station that I used to work at. This was my first job I ever had. I was a radio host, DJ, and work study. It was like a work study position for my school. And this is the radio station. But they play a bunch of stuff. They play like pretty much everything. They have different shows too. They have like a show that literally plays like powwow music, like that's recorded and done by like real Native Americans, and then they have like other ones that are hosted entirely in Spanish, with a guy named Eligio, and then they have other ones where it's just it's a chick who plays only female artists and only women, and it's called Women in Music. And they have all these different shows, and they're really, really cool. I love them. I love them so much. I listen to them all the time. If ever I like am kind of getting bored with like the music that I'm listening to, I'll turn on KRVM and I will just listen to them, and then I'll eventually hear a song that I really enjoy. So it'll be great. It's great. I have a good time with it. Yes, it is Fleetwood Mac above my head. I stole my mother's old records, and record sleeves, and I stuck them on my wall. I was like, are you okay if I destroy your rumors record? And she was like, are you okay if to destroy the rumors record? And I was like, yeah. And we ended up with some really cool shelves. It does kind of bug me a little bit just because I know how hard that is, but I have a really terrible like Hits of Queen one right here, which isn't even like a real album. It's not even like a real Queen album. It's just their hits. But then that's the Rumors album, and then I've got a Bob Marley and the Wailers up there, but that's their live album up there. But I would show you guys, but if I flip the camera around, then I don't know. You guys will see how horribly messy my room is. But I have these shelves that I created out of records. I actually took an iron to the records and bent them in half so that they turned into little shelves. And they're really, really cool, but it did hurt me to do. Not gonna sit here and lie. But it's been worth it because I've had them up for years and I love them. So, your favorite Queen song is Flash? Well, of course, duh. Of course, duh. Alright, you guys. I'm going to shut the live off and I'm going to go and set up my Twitch and everything because I'm going to play some Stardew. Stardew Valley. So if you guys want to, if you guys are just joining the stream or you just joined the stream and you've never seen me on anything before ever, let me kind of explain to you what I'm all about. These bean water lives that we do are basically just lives where I don't really have a plan. I just come on and yap, and you get to kind of know me and what I'm all about and who I am and everything like that. You can kind of ask questions or whatever, and I can kind of interact with my followers and fans. And over on TikTok, we do Millennial Ellie lives, which I cosplay a character, Ellie Williams from The Last of Us, except she's not Ellie Williams from The Last of Us. She's actually Millennial Ellie from The Rest of Us. Anyway, so I do that over there. And then over on Twitch, we do gameplay streams and everything. And then every once in a while, you guys will get some music and stuff. And I play the guitar and I play songs and instruments and stuff. And so, sometimes you guys will get some music, some fun stuff like that. And that's what we do. So sometimes people will come in here and get mad at me because I'm just sitting here yapping. And they're like, you don't even do anything. And I'm like, nope, I definitely do. I do a lot of work. I do a lot of work for this shit. So, it would be cool. I have a whole bunch of links down below in my bio if you want to check any of them out. We got some like merch. We got access to the Twitch. We got access to the TikTok. We got other stuff. I don't really know. It's not that cool right now. Everything is kind of boring right now, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm Annie. Trying to think about what else I got for you guys. Oh yeah, I post dad jokes every day, which is kind of fun. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to ditch you guys for just like a little bit, and then when I come back, we'll be over on Twitch, and we will stream on Twitch for a while, and we'll stream some Stardew Valley. So, I'll see you guys over there. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, the link is in the bio, and I will talk to you guys later. Edie McGee is a lesbian. He is. Thank you, Lola. See you guys later.